Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum, as we would say in Islam. Look, I've just jumped on because someone asked me about dealing with jealousy and with friendships and co-workers. So I just thought I'd jump on and perhaps offer a few insights and a bit of advice on how to handle those sort of situations. When we're dealing with people that are negative in any sort of manner, and I deliberately use that word because that type of behaviour is negative, when we're projecting jealousy, when we're projecting resentment or envy, that all comes from a negative mindset. So my advice would be, number one, those types of people, I would remove myself from those types of people. If they're friends, in inverted commas, that type of behaviour is unacceptable. So someone with low standards, for example, who would exhibit such behaviours as opposed to someone who has high standards and wants what's best for other people, is happy and content within themselves, will not project that type of behaviour. And so there's a conflict. So when there's a mismatch like that, that type of friendship can never work. So my advice would be, number one, cease a friendship. If someone's projecting any negative sort of behaviour, jealousy, envy, resentment, like I've mentioned, that's an indicator within themselves that they're actually not whole, that they're not, completely happy and content within themselves. So that negativity they're actually projecting at you, and that vile sort of behaviour, that's nothing to do with you. What is actually being reflected back to them will determine how the relationship will unfold. And look, someone said to me the other day, look, how do you deal with this and how do you deal with that? It was a really interesting discussion. And then next minute, someone actually jumped on and said, look, can you give us some advice on how to deal with jealousy and resentment? And look, the main thing I want to get out there is this. When there is that mismatch, when there is someone who's projecting negativity in the way that I mentioned with their behaviours, it's a reflection on them. It is nothing to do with you. As Muslims, we're encouraged to be kind and courteous and well-mannered all the time, but there's a difference between being kind and well-mannered and lowering yourself, your standards, to meet their needs, because they haven't got their own needs met, so they're looking for you to take what's good out of you and fill it up within themselves. So my advice would be, number one, remove the friendship or yourself, change the environment, change the people that you're actually hanging out with, and start developing more positive and healthy relationships. Look, when I speak about these sort of things, I always speak from the perspective that I've walked in these shoes. I've experienced these things myself. So I think that I'm actually one to actually give advice. I would never be arrogant enough to jump on here and say something I know nothing personally about. So when we come across people like that, often at times we will project back what's actually comes at us. The best way to handle it when it actually happens in the initial phase, I would suggest, kill them with kindness. What can they do? And I'll tell you what really gets up their nose is if you giggle or you laugh. They just can't handle it. I'll tell you a classic example. I was walking down the street here, just locally, and this is a true story. This is just the other day. And I was walking down the street, and she was Aboriginal. She was coming towards me. She saw this, and she swore at me and said a very vile word about me with camels. And I looked at her and I laughed and I turned around and I said, oh, you have a good day, sweetheart. And it got right up her nose. She hated it. She did not know how to handle me being kind. I could have infused, really up-tempoed the situation by reacting to that negative and that viciousness, but I choose to be kind, and she couldn't handle it. So going back to it, my suggestion is this. Change the people that you hang out with. Change your environment if you needs be. And look, even if you're not confident within yourself, act it. Because I can tell you now, if you push aside those doubts and that fear and all of that, and you come across as a confident, g'day, how you going? My name's Aisha, pleasure to meet you. That sort of a projection what you'll get back is trust, acceptance, and a sense of belonging. If people can't handle that, that's their problem. So just a short one tonight. I really hope that helps address those issues for you, sis. And inshallah, God willing, I will jump on and do more as time goes on. Thanks for those people that have joined me. I haven't had a chance to say g'day. I'll go through and have a look later. But yeah, as we say in Australia, g'day and how you going? And as we say in Islam, assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. Rock on out, go hard, live life to the full. Find out what your purpose is and just enjoy life. It's such a gift. It really is. Let's go out and help one another. Enjoy the evening, and I really hope to look forward to seeing you again soon. I hope that this has added some value to you. David, g'day. How you going? Nice to see you. I don't know if anyone else has commented. I've just seen there's quite a few people been watching. But yeah, g'day, David. Since you've jumped on and said hi, it's good to have you with me. All right, I hope that that's added some value, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening. Okay, take care for now. Bye.